the 8th of May 2019. The subject of today's communication then turns to that of sadness, and ABE confirms that this too is a passing human emotion. And like desire, humans also tend to become attached to the emotion of sadness. We often hook onto sadness, and then we rebuke ourselves for feeling, quote, a bad emotion, end quote. Instead, we should allow sadness to come and go, to move through us like a visitor. The human tendency, however, is again to claim the sadness as a part of ourselves, and this means we end up possessing it or claiming it as part of our baggage. This behavior of claiming an emotion or desire is a pattern that humans get caught up within. No wonder then that, as ABE states, we, quote, have been on one heck of an emotional ride, holding on tight to happiness, suppressing desire, exploding anger, end quote. They rightly describe this as a firework display of human emotion. Yet to be in a space where these emotions are allowed to come and go is totally different. These emotions and desires don't then achieve the reaction, the show they were expecting. They will then probably shout a little louder to get our attention, to get us attached to them. Yet we are told to allow their dance, allow them to pass through. The trick is not to go along with their firework display. We will then realize that they were not needed in the first place. Often it is the theatrics of life that we get attached to. Observe the dance and allow it to move on, is the message here from ABE. In the final part of the message, ABE gives what they consider is an important extra comment. And this comment is that we are not to feel that we are void of life. Just because we don't go along with all the theatrics of the emotional display, it does not mean we are detached from life or cold. On the contrary, it means we are not caught up in the distractions and the emotional beatings we tend to give ourselves. The real treasure of life is not in the show, the jazzy drama. It is in the allowing of life to be and to flow through us. If anything, the void is to be experienced by being dragged into the illusional games of the physical world, where we get pulled into the this and that, the polarities, the divisions, etc. For in this state, we can never truly be whole, when we are being dragged from one thing to another continuously. When we are being pulled one way and another, we are living, quote, in a world of homeless, of ones knocking on the doors of strangers, end quote. To be whole with oneself is to be at home.
We would but also like to take the space right now to talk a little on sadness, of how sadness is seen, for you see, it too is human, is passing emotion, and like desire, you also attach yourselves to it. Allow it to come, allow it to go, for when you hook yourselves onto it, stating that it is but a bad emotion, and that you shouldn't be feeling it, you are then caught up in the conundrum of feeling sad. For feeling sad, allow it to move, for that is all your human lives ask for, to move through you. But you claim it as you, and that is but not true. Do you see this pattern that you get so caught up with? Is this so seen? For you have been on one heck of an emotional ride, holding on tight to happiness, suppressing desire, exploding anger. It's like a firework display of human emotion. But you see, when you are but in this space, in this suspension of being, they don't quite feel the same. They come and go, and they don't quite get the show they wanted, the reaction. So they will dance a little harder, trying to get you involved, attached. But the thing is, not to allow that attachment. Let them dance, let them pass through, but do not create the fireworks display to go with it. There is no need for, in this, you may feel a little down, that the show is no longer the show without the fireworks. But you also see that there was no need for them in the first place. The dance was but the gift all along. We would but like to say one last thing, which is quite important to see in this suspension, in this space. You are not but void of life at all. For how could you be? It's all there, all allowing. You see, as humans you think it's about the show, but it is not the real gem. The real is but allowing it all, for you can never be void. And in fact, what you class as being of the world is more voided, for you are avoiding. Do you so see this? In this, you are continuously opting one over another, saying yes and no, sifting and sorting and never whole, embracing the whole. For if you think a spiritual life is being void of life, you are but wrong. It is emerging, for it is never void. The only change is that you are not caught up in the world, dragged from this to that. You have your home in a world of homeless, of ones knocking on the doors of strangers in hope that they have what they are looking for, never realizing they had it all along.